More than $120 billion has been wiped from the value of Australian shares, tanking in early trade as virus fears trigger an oil price war. In New South Wales, 3 more students at 2 separate schools have been diagnosed with COVID-19. An 82-year-old Sydney man has become the nation's 3rd coronavirus fatality. At least 87 cases of the disease have now been identified on home soil. And we know the federal government is working on a multi-billion-dollar plan to carry the economy through this difficult period. Let's go live now to our reporters for more on the situation. We begin with Edward Boyd on the market turmoil. Ed, virus fears have triggered an oil price war.
They have, Danica. The oil price fell 30% overnight, and that has caused a violent sell-off of Aussie shares. The stock market has plunged today. We're down 5.7% after 2 hours of trading. Oil stocks are, of course, some of the worst affected. The likes of Woodside Petroleum, Santos and Oil Search have all lost between 20 and 30% in value. But it's not just oil. The banks have also been heavily hit. They're down 5%. Tourism stocks are really badly affected as well. And this is all because of the coronavirus and the economic fears it will have on the global economy. I spoke to June Bei-Liu earlier, a fund manager from Tribeca Partners, and she's expecting this volatility on the stock markets to continue for quite a while.
The price war between Saudi Arabia and Russia has driven that significant drop. Now that has really created this panic selling simply because it's now putting a lot of pressure with the high yield bond market in the US and reminding the investors of the credit issue that took place during the GFC.
Danica, we're now on the verge of a bear market, which is where the stock exchange loses 20% in value since it peaked. Since we peaked 3 weeks ago, the ASX has lost 18% in value, so we are very close to approaching bear market territory. So very tough times here for investors, Danica.